Hi guys, this is take 3. Ever have those days? I'm having one of those days. I had one of those days yesterday too. Can't seem to get it filmed, can't seem to get it to work right. Everything seems to go wrong when I'm trying to video. So, I'm going to try again for the 3rd time. Because I like you guys. What can I say? Anyway, I have 3 videos I want to try to get up for you. And I'm holding up 4 fingers. 3 videos I want to get up for you. One, I took a bike ride on the weekend, and I thought, you know, I really want to film the path that I take because Victor has asked about it and Phoebe has asked about it, and I thought, well, y'all would like to see that. So I can't film and ride because of the bike I ride, the type of bike I ride. So I thought, well, I'll get in the back of the car, put the top down, and film the ride that way. So I tried that one day, and it got too dark on me. So then I tried the next day, and we got in the car, the top was down and took off, and it took about an hour and a half or so to do the video, or maybe a little more than that because there's a few stops looking at cows and horses and stuff like that. And it takes a good 2 hours or more to ride the ride. So I was thinking you might be bored with the actual video itself of just riding, you know, down a road. So what I think I might do is, if I have time, I'm going to try today, edit the video and clip it into sections and take the sections where I actually was able to show you some scenery or some animals or something and let you see that in slow motion, and then take the rest of it and kind of speed it up. I don't know if you'll like it or not. We'll see. I'll see how it turns out. The other video that I want to do is this one, which is the kind of a chat update video and share the scrap collage project with you all in one video all together. All the projects are done, and to talk to you a little bit about that. And then the other video I want to do today, and it'll be a separate video, is a thank you to Victor, who's in the Ukraine, who sent me some happy mail, and I wanted to do a special video for that. So this video today, right now, the filming for the bike is already done. The bike ride's already done. I'll have to edit that. The video I'm doing now is going to be the chat update, scrap collage share, talk about that, then a separate one for the thank you. So there's 3, okay? If you don't see 3, but you see this video and you only see 1 or 2, it's because I didn't get to it, and I'll do it when I get back, and I'll explain that in a minute. Okay, and of course the lighting's going to be crazy in here because it is dark and overcast outside. I've got some lights on. I got all the lights, well, almost all the lights on in here, not quite all of them, but most of the lights on in here, and but it's dark and in and out, the sun's in and out. So, well, actually the sun's not even out right now. It's just dark. Like you needed to know all that. Okay, first I'll do the scrap collage share first, and then I will tell you what's going on in the next week, maybe 2, so that you are aware of what's going on if you don't see much of me coming up soon. So hang around for the video, or fast forward through this if you don't want to see this, because this is the information will be at the end. The scrap collage project took a lot longer than I thought it was going to take, so that put everything else I had planned behind. I'm behind on my tags I want to make for my friend, so Laurie, I'm sorry, and I will get to that when I get back. I'm behind on the happy mail that I want to send out that I've got started for everybody, and so that will get done when I get back too, because when I get back I'm going to focus on the tags and happy mail before I start any more projects, okay? And this giveaway that we're going to talk about. So I took an 18 by 24 piece of water, and I'm sitting kind of weird because my chair is a little too low, the camera's a little too high. I didn't feel like fiddling with the positioning. I'm sitting on a sweater and it's pushing me weird. So okay, if I can sit up straighter, there we go. Got issues. I got issues. All right. It was an 18 by 24 piece of watercolor paper. What if I should turn the camera a little bit so that I can lean? Is that better? Well, I don't know. Okay, it's an 18 by 24 piece of watercolor paper. And this project was inspired by Secret Soto, and I'll put her link below. And here I go swiveling. Where she took all her scraps and she made a drop paper. Okay, well, she does hers a little different than mine, so go check out her video to see how she does hers, and she does lots of other things that are just really cool. But, and she's just an inspiration to me. So, I took a bunch of my scraps. Actually, I think I have it. This box here is just one box, and it's full still of scraps, and that's where I got all the scraps from that I did this project for, and look, it's still full. And I have more, but I took them, I saved them, because, you know, you can use them as stencils and stuff, but then after you get so many boxes full of this stuff, you just think, I don't need this anymore, so you throw it away. Well, instead of throwing it away, I started saving it, and I glued front and back on the 18 by 24 paper. I took all the scraps and glued all the front and all the back. Well, I glued several layers, so my scrap paper turned out very thick in a lot of places, and very thin in other places. It just depended on how much paper I put and where I put it, and that's okay. But I think next time if I do another one, which I will, I think I will do another one. I'll do a smaller project, because I don't know if I want to do 40 more videos of a long series like that. I don't know, maybe you guys like that, but we'll see what happens. Maybe it'll happen. I think I'm a little tired from the long process, so maybe I just need a break, and then I'll come back and do another long project. In the middle, do short ones. But anyway, I thought I'd do another shorter one on a smaller piece of paper and take less scraps and make it less thick and use that for cutting up, because I'd rather be able to run it through my die cut machine or cut it easier, because this I had to use a carpet knife and really push hard, and it took a lot of cutting to get this cut apart. And they're heavy. But anyway, I thought I would do that. And there's a couple of you that had mentioned wanting to do a trade with me. So I thought what I would do is, because I've already made these projects up and I have plans to do some stuff with them, I want to do some giveaways with them. You can also be a part of the giveaway and possibly win one. But I thought I would make another collage scrap paper and cut it up and decorate it and everything, and then we would we could trade on that one or something. So those of you who've mentioned the trade, you know who you are. We will get into that when I get back to, okay? If I forget, remind me, because, you know, I got a lot of stuff on my brain right now. And you'll know why in a minute. I'll tell you about it. It's, you know, it's got a lot to do with my dad. I've just got a lot on my mind about my dad. So, the project, I cut it into 4 by 6 squares, well, not squares, rectangles, I don't know, and created different pieces. So I'm going to show you each individual one, and hopefully as we film this there won't be a line across the video, because I set the camera right on the other side of my monitor, the big monitor that I use when I'm doing editing and working on my website and stuff like that here. And I'm hoping that it doesn't show the line of the computer top. So anyway, here's the first piece that we did, and I'm not going to go in order because I won't remember the exact order, but I will remember some of them that I did in order. This was the first one, definitely I remember, because it's the feathers, and it's the heavy one. And then we have this one is the second piece we did. And if you see anything that you're interested in, you know, knowing how it was done or watching it, just go back through the videos and you can find every project. I did every project on film. And then this one does not hang. It's the only one I did that does not hang for some reason. I just didn't feel like putting a hanger on it. And I can't really tell if you're, I think you can see it. Okay. And this one hangs. Actually, there's two that don't hang. The other one I'll get to in a second. My chair squeaks just like Claudia's. Except I think she fixed her chair. I didn't hear her squeaking in the last video. Or was she not moving around a lot? I don't know. I'm so behind on videos that I need to catch up. I have several of you that I try to watch, and I'm really behind. So I'm hoping in the next week or two, when I'm kind of away from doing videoing, that I will be able to catch up on some videos. This one I did not put a hanging tag or like a ribbon or anything on it, because I'm going to actually use this as mail art. I've never sent out mail art that's in its raw form, basically. I always put it in an envelope to mail it, because I'm afraid it'll get stolen or lost or whatever. And I mean, if this came through the post office, I would want to keep that if I worked there. I hope that I wouldn't steal it. No, I wouldn't steal it, but I would want to keep it. Anyway, this one, I thought I would do a trial run and see if I could actually mail it and it actually get to its location. I'm going to take these 2 tags once I know who I'm going to mail it to, and I'm going to put it on here like this. And I'm just going to write out who it goes to and cover it with some Mod Podge or something, and I'm going to send it out just like this. But I don't know who I'm going to send it to yet. I don't know who else is going to get all this stuff, but we will figure that out. I'm going to think of that while I'm away. And when I come back, I'll have a plan in place. I will discuss that with you in just a second, though. These are so cute. See the little taggy things, the ribbons on the butterfly. And then there's 2 journals. Oh, I slept so fitfully last night. I dreamed all night long. And I don't remember the dreams, but I know I dreamed because I woke up from and thinking, oh, I gotta stop this dreaming. And that's the back. And of course the insides, you know, are done. And then there's random papers stuck in there. This is not the junk journals. This is just a regular little journal. And this one's the same, except it looks different. I mean, it's the same type. Random papers. Okay. Then we have 2 junk journals. I think there was a total of 12, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 projects. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12 projects. That makes more sense the way I cut them. 12 projects total, but 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 pieces were cut because on the journals I used a front and a back. This is one of the junk journals. That's the front, that's the back. And that's the side, the top. See how thick it is? And I'm not going through all the pages. You can go look at the videos. There's all kinds of stuff in here. Stuff you would normally throw away or just not use, like envelopes, tags, packaging, coffee filter. I don't think I used coffee filter. But clothing tags, coffee bag, just die cut things, just things. And then there's this one. Sorry about the squeaky chair. I need to fix that. I don't notice it when I'm here by myself working because it's just me and I don't pay attention to that. But when you're talking to people and you notice that squeak, and I could put some WD-40 or something on it. Okay, those are the scrap projects. My plan, I am going to keep a couple of these pieces for myself. I probably will keep a junk journal, a regular journal, and one of the other pieces. And then I'll probably do a giveaway for something in the pile. And then I've got some people in mind that I'm going to send something to, and it'll be based on certain things. And I will tell you that when I do the giveaway or the video for this. But what I want to tell you now, the main thing I want to tell you is I will get back to this. I won't forget, but I can't do it now. I have to wait at least a week, maybe 2, before I even get back to thinking about starting it. I'm going to be out of town for a few days. Not very long, but I have preparation to go, travel time, time there, travel time back, preparation to be home. You know what I mean? You gotta unpack and you gotta get back in the swing of things and catch up on mail and all that kind of stuff. So it could be a week that I am gone from videoing. It could be 2 weeks. I don't know. I also am going to try while I'm gone to do video clips while I'm gone that are of interest to me, or maybe a little chat video or something like that while I'm gone, maybe on my phone or something, and I will have my computer. It's very seldom that I take my computer with me and even open it while I'm gone. I don't get into my computer much when I'm gone. But because I'm doing videos for you guys, and it's like an interaction thing with you guys, I'm always interacting with some of you, and I really enjoy that too. There's a few of you that are very regular about commenting, and I'm getting to know you a little bit at a time, and I like that a lot. I really do. And if you're new, welcome to the channel, and feel like you can just jump in. And I may not remember your name right away, I may not remember something you say right away, but eventually, if we communicate often enough on a regular basis, I'll get to know you, you'll get to know me, and you know, that's how you meet people, that's how you become friends. So I met some really nice people, and my whole point was, I just wanted to stay in touch with you while I was gone. So I'm going to try, and I'm not going to promise, but I am going to try to do maybe a little chat video or something while I'm gone, and maybe when I'm in the hotel room one evening, or if I'm not too tired, then I will get it online. But I can't promise you that. I really can't, but I will try. And if I don't get anything done for you while I'm gone, I'll try to do it when I get back as soon as I can. But expect that I will come back to this project, revisit it, and do the giveaway that I promised that I want to do, and talk about where certain things are going. Actually, I may not tell you where they're going. I may just surprise you. I don't know. But that's it for that. The reason I'm going out of town is because I want to go see my dad. He has not been well. You know, it's hard to say how far along and how difficult his situation is for him. When I talk to him, he sounds like himself sometimes, and sometimes he doesn't. I mean, he always sounds like himself, but sometimes he sounds like he's just having more trouble than others. He's lost a lot of weight, and my sister said that, you know, don't wait too long to come visit, and I don't want to wait too long. So, and besides, I've been wanting to see him anyway. I haven't seen him since January when I was down there. I went down there for a month and helped out. But it's time to go see him. I want to go see him, and you never know when your last visit's going to be when you have a situation like this. So it's time to do that and not delay. So I will be gone just a few days, but you know, while you're gone and while you're preparing and traveling and everything, you just can't do all the things that I normally do. So I will be thinking about you guys. I want you to know that. I think about you when I'm not filming anyway. You know, through the day, I think of different ones of you who have commented, or things you've said, or things you've done, or a video I've watched, or videos that you've made that I haven't watched, and I know I'm behind, and I keep thinking, oh, if you quit making videos, I could catch up. But some of you are so fast. And let's see. Also, on my desk here is a few things that I was going to share with you that are just odd stuff. I've been saving we all use coffee filters. I have a box of coffee filters that are like brand new somewhere around here in my room. But I also saved the used ones, and it doesn't smell like coffee because I wash them, I rinse them, but I use the brown ones for this particular coffee maker that we use. But once you put the coffee through, it stains it more, and it just gives it a real pretty color. And I don't know if you can see through the film or not, but I've been saving the used ones, and I rinse them, dry them, you know, and even got my husband doing it. I told him, when you tell him something, you have to make sure he's paying attention, or else it's not told. If I just haphazardly start saying, if I say something like, save the coffee filters for me, it's out the window. It won't. I have to look at him directly and get his attention and say, I would like to start saving the coffee filters. From now on, when you empty the coffee pot, the filter, rinse it out, squeeze it, and just lay it over something to dry. And I will use them in my, or I have to give this detailed information because then he hears me. Anyway, the next day I came in to the kitchen. I just lay mine over like a pot handle or something that's just sticking up in the air. You know, I just lay it over that, and it dries really fast. But I came in the kitchen, and he had a plate on the stove. He laid it out on. So he's saving them for me now too. Anyway, I don't know what I'm going to do with him yet, but I will think of something, and I thought that you might, it looks like a big taco thing. you might be interested in wondering too what I'm going to make with these. I don't know. I haven't decided. But if you don't save the used ones, save the used ones. And I only tell you this, and I know a lot of you know this stuff. It's not like you don't know this already. I tell you things, I repeat things, and I tell you things over and over that you already know. I know that. I don't think you're not paying attention, and I don't think you're dumb or anything like that. What I think is there are people out there who are just starting, who don't know anything. I was one of those people, and I know that you were too at some point. I got into this, I had no clue you saved coffee filters. I had no clue you saved packaging. I didn't know that you could take tags from the office store and create things on them. I didn't have a clue, and the only way I found out is through watching people do it, seeing it on a project or a product. Then your imagination sparks and you start thinking, oh, I can save all kinds of things for this. So that's how you learn, that's how you grow. And so I repeat myself, not for those of you who know it already, for those, not all already, because you don't know everything. We don't know everything. But for those of you who are new, who are just starting out, who don't know, who haven't got a clue, who are maybe interested in learning, who are curious. Or if you've forgotten, you know, some things you may have forgotten, because when you first start out in your art journey, you might start out using coffee filters and then move on to something else, and you're so far gone past this that you forget about them. And then one day somebody says something about it and you're like, oh man, I haven't used a coffee filter in so long. I better go back and do that. So, you know the drill. And the other thing I saved, the other day we went to a Mexican food restaurant. Oh, that's another thing I was going to talk to you about. July 4th. We went to eat Mexican food on Friday or Saturday. I can't remember. I didn't feel very good after I ate it. I don't eat out a lot. I eat out once a week for lunch, but I have there's certain foods at this restaurant that I eat that I know that are like within the Whole Foods type menu. I mean, they're not completely stringent, but they are close enough that it's okay. I feel comfortable eating them for once a week. But when I eat out at other restaurants, I mean, the spices they put on things, the cooking methods, the stuff they put in it that you don't know about. You think you're ordering something healthy. Like if you order broccoli, half the time it's covered with some butter or seasoning or whatever. And so we went to this Mexican food restaurant, and we didn't go to our normal one, which the normal one, I get the veggie fajitas, and I have no problems. They're fine. But this particular restaurant we used to go to, I hadn't been to in over a year when I started this weight loss journey. And, you know, the food's okay, but I didn't feel so good after eating it. And that's probably, I contributed to some spices or seasonings or something that they put in the food. And if it has MSG in it or something like that, I think that it's possible that that causes some of the problems. And if your nose starts to run while you're eating or something, a lot of times that might be a trigger that there's MSG or something in your food. Anyway, I'm not going to get into all that. But the whole thing I was telling you was I saved what the silverware came in. And the reason I save it is not because it's so beautiful, but because it might spark an inspiration. And on this particular one, I like the fact that there's stripes and then the flower on top. I think it's just a cool look. So I saved it for that. And I like the flower in the vase. Need some water. So I saved it for that. And also, if I don't use it for that inspiration, like for sketching, I just might want to sketch this out. Also for inspiration, for color combination, you might like the color combination. This is just your standard green and yellow, so it's not no big deal. But the other thing I saved it for is if I don't use it for sketching, I will just glue it down in a journal page or something and use it as a background paper, or tear it up and use it as background paper, or run it through my die cut machine. You could do all kinds of things with it. So it's stuff that normally would be thrown in the trash. And I'm not trying to get you to be a hoarder and save everything you come across and all the trash that you normally throw away. I am saying, though, that just be selective and look and see if there's something specific that you think is cool or that you might use. And once you have it, don't go saving every single one. For all the coffee filters I am saving, but, you know, use it, then start saving again. Use what you save so that you don't have a big stash. Now, I have a stash of things I haven't used because I started a while back of saving certain types of things. And I have recently started using some of that. As you can see, I did in the junk journal, okay? So I am going to try to preach to myself too and tell myself to use my stuff. The other thing I saved is the top of a blueberry container, the plastic top, only because I couldn't get the label off without tearing it. And what I wanted was the label, and I couldn't cut it down further. But all I wanted it for was the girl. If you look closely, look at the girl. I hope you can see her. I think she's just adorable, and I would love to sketch her and play with her in a notebook and see what I could come up with on my own just by looking at the picture. So I love that kind of sketchy kind of drawings where the lines aren't connected and it's not a whole face or like a whole nose or a whole mouth. Things are kind of separated. I like that kind of look. So, and I'm trying to practice and learn, so I thought I saved that for that. And I'll probably cut it out and stick it in my journal and take it with me because I'm going to be practicing my sketching while I'm gone. And I'm planning on cutting out a bunch of flowers and taking those with me and working on those. It's just easy stuff to do while you're traveling. The other thing that I saved, and the reason I'm showing you this is because I just recently saved them. But you saw me use this on my jelly printing the other day. This is a cap to a peanut butter jar. And the reason I save it, and I saved several of them because I want to have several. Usually I would only save one, maybe two, but I am saving several of these because I like the size. I like the design it makes. I like the ridges on the edge because the edge is ridged. And you can roll it and it makes a design. So caps off of things, different sizes of circles, will make great distressed looking stamps. Here's another one. It's a little cap for a water bottle that got thrown away. And it's also ridged. You can roll it or you can use either side. I prefer this side, the side that screws down. And another lid I saved, and I've only saved one of these so far, is the top of my raisins is an odd shape. So, sorry. So I saved that. And I think that'll make a cool stamp or jelly plate design. This is kind of weird, and I don't normally save all kinds of stuff like this, but this I did because I just loved how it felt. I loved how they looked. I liked the size, but our water filter system needed to be repaired. The filter was put in improperly, so it cracked and it was leaking, so another one had to be put in. It turned out that the washers that go on the top and the bottom had stuck together, and two washers got stuck up top, and so the system got screwed in too tight and it cracked it. Anyway, we replaced it and did the washers properly, and this was going to be thrown away. And this washer is flat on both sides, but I like the size, and they're flexible, so I like that. That made a cool distress stamp. You got the center and the outside you can use, or the flat part. And this one I saved too because it's flat on one side, but the other side's kind of got a ridge in the center, and I thought that might be a cool design on the jelly plate. So, I just wanted to share that with you. I wanted to share the scrap collage and that with you. The fact that I'm going to be away and not filming much. And I may surprise you. I may surprise myself. I may have all kinds of time to do a quick video here and there and throw it up. I don't know. I doubt it. But, you know, I'm just letting you know, giving you a warning that if you don't see me for a week, maybe two, I'm not gone. I'm out there and I will be back. Is there anything else I needed to talk to you about? Oh, 4th of July. I was going to ask you, how was your 4th of July? What did you do? Mine was fairly uneventful. Like I said, we'd eaten at that Mexican food restaurant. I wasn't feeling that great, so I don't know if it was Friday or Saturday. I didn't feel good, but the next day I was kind of still queasy. But we rented some movies. I can't tell you what we rented. I don't remember. That's how big of an impact movies make on me. Unless it's really, really great. I can't remember. Oh, RoboCop was one. It was okay. You know, I like the first RoboCop I ever saw. But after a while, when they make them and make them and make them, it's like, okay, you know, how many of these can you possibly make? Now, some of them they can continue making, like Rocky. They can keep making those. I still watch them. I know that's hokey, but I like Sylvester Stallone. Oh, and we watched one of the Riddick movies with Vin Diesel. Oh, and then what else did we do? Oh, we took the drive. Tried to film the drive for you guys, the bike path ride. Saw some baby alpacas, and I got that on film for you. So hopefully I'll be able to show that to you. After I edit it, I'll know if it came out well or not. I did see it. It did come out well. I shouldn't say that. After I edit it and see if I can get the video to look the way it's supposed to look. But you can see the alpaca. They were far away, but I zoomed in as close as I could get, and you can see them enough. And forgive me if you see this video before you see the tour video. The camera is shaky a lot. I am sitting in the back of a car holding it in my hands, and we're riding over bumps and rocks and things like that, and so I cannot sit still, and it's probably better than if I was actually on a bike riding and trying to film. But occasionally I would turn to look at something and I would swing you guys too fast, or look at the road, or I would be looking through the lens. And if you're filming something, I know that if you film, you know this, and Phoebe, you probably of all people, because you do so much filming and camera work. But when you're looking through the camera, filming something, you're seeing what you're filming, but you're not seeing it full life, you know. So I tend to look around the camera because I want to see it with my own eyes in action, really happening at the moment. And so my camera would get off of the subject and it would be like on the ground, and so I had to pull y'all back in. So forgive me for that, but I did my best, at least for the first time of ever trying that. So, and I may do another one and try to do a better job. But anyway, oh, and then for the 4th of July fireworks, I did not go see fireworks anywhere. I have not done that in years. I have not done that since I lived in Gatlinburg and went to see fireworks. But around here in this area where I live, this year people must have had money to throw away because they were blowing up the fireworks. And I mean, they were the big, beautiful, popping color ones. And they were going on, if you're facing outside my front door, they were going on here, 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 and then in the back of me, there were 2 people going off there. And then I could hear it further around, but there's so many trees, I couldn't see the other ones. But I could see the ones in front and on the sides. I stood in the back deck and watched them, and stood out front in the front yard and watched them. I had already gotten in my pajamas, so I stood outside in my pajamas and I watched fireworks. And I think that's pretty cool. I didn't have to go fight any traffic or anything like that. Just stood outside and watched them in my pajamas. But they were pretty, and these 2 people in particular, they started about 8:30 and they didn't quit till like 12:30, and then they did it again the next night. So I told someone that I kept imagining $100 bills being blown up, because that has to be a lot of money they spent on those fireworks just to throw it up in the air and blow it up. But I enjoyed it. So that was my 4th. Anyway, that's the updates. That's all I can think of. I still haven't gone and bought any gin-gins. I'm down to 2. I've got the coffee left. They're my least favorite. I doubt I'll even eat them. I decided not to go purchase any. I decided that I'm going to keep my frou-frou coffee, which has a little bit of the raw sugar in it and a little bit of the creamer, which is dairy, and I don't eat much dairy at all. And I don't eat sugar that much at all. But I decided to try to cut back on the things that I was I was being too lenient on, and I thought the gin-gins would be one thing I could cut back. If they're not here, I won't eat them. So I haven't bought any. If I do, I'll confess and I'll show you. But I kind of gone back to more of the basic eating I was doing before. You know, like I ate a lot of fruit, beans, avocado, things like that. So no gin-gins. Okay, that's enough for this video. I'm going to pause the camera, reposition all the stuff on my desk here, and then go to the thank you to Victor for the happy mail that he sent me. And then I'm going to go and try to edit those videos for you. And I hope that you guys, whenever you see this, are having a good day. Your week is good. Your weekend is good. Whatever's coming up. If you do pray for me in my travels. Pray for my dad, and I'm looking forward to seeing him. I've seen some pictures of him. He's changed since I saw him in January, so, but, you know, anyway, I hope you're creative, and if you're inspired by something you've seen me do, I hope that you'll share it with me, that what you've done, what you've made. I'd love to see pictures. And if you also, I also took pictures of the scrap collage project, and I'm going to try and send out a blog post with the pictures, because I don't put pictures at the end of my video. It takes too long for me to do all that. But if you don't get my newsletter, my blog, I don't send one out every week or every day. It's just whenever I feel like it. So it might not be for a month. It might be once every other week. It just depends on what I have to say. And usually it's to send out pictures or an update. So I'm going to try and send out the pictures. If I don't get to that, I probably will put them on Facebook at some point soon. So if you don't get my blog newsletter, you can get on Facebook and see my pictures on there if you want to see the pictures closer up. If you're not a friend, you can send me a friend request. I don't mind at all. I really don't. My Facebook is not designed to be used for personal stuff. I don't do that. If I have something really personal to talk to you about, I do it behind the scenes. I don't do it in public like that. And also, everything I put on my Facebook page is either humorous because I think it's funny, I'd say something funny, or I do something funny and I tell you about it, or pictures of art, or videos, post up videos. I haven't even posted all the rest of the videos. I think I'm on 33 or something on Facebook, and I need to put the rest of them up there so that people on Facebook can get to them. But it's basically used for art. If you're I don't mind keeping friends and family together. This is who I am, so this is what I would post anyway if it was just family. Some people like to keep family separate from other things. I don't talk to my family in a personal way on Facebook that it requires me to do that. I just don't do it. So the whole thing I'm saying is, if you want to be on my Facebook page, just send me a friend request. I don't mind at all. I really don't. It is a drama-free zone. I'll tell you that. I don't do drama, and I don't listen to it, so if I see it, I just delete it and I move on. That's just simple. It's really basic. I can get enough drama in my real life. I don't need it on Facebook. Okay, I think I've said everything I want to say. I'm going to the next video. Be creative and have a great week, and I hope you guys just be happy. See you later. Bye-bye.